Okay, so what I had to say is, what is bleb dysesthesia? Many a times you'll have these large blebs and they are spreading on here and there and everywhere where they want to spread. And this causes, this huge bleb actually causes, it can cause a Dellen formation, and there will be a corneal melt at particular times. It is spreading on, so it will cause hypotony, and it can cause watering. There will be bubble formation. The patient will say there is a bubble, there's something funny is happening over there. So it is a bubble formation that happens over there, and there is a constant irritation, and the patient is really fed up. He says, I don't know what surgery you have done, but my life has become miserable. So one of the important things that we can do in these kind of things is suturing of the bleb, which luckily I don't have to show because Kirti already showed you how to suture the bleb with certain sutures which are compression sutures over there. So this is a technique, a laser technique which we devised for the first time in the world. So I'll just show you that technique. And in this, what basically we do is that we paint the bleb with gentian violet or any dye that you have. So paint it over, and once you paint it over, what you do is that you just put large spot size argon, any coagulative laser that you have got, put the coagulative laser spots over here, and the time has to be around 0.2 to 0.3 seconds. So larger time and power, because what we are trying to do is just superficially char those spots and kind of sclerose the whole superficial area so that the bleb becomes smaller. And the size is around 500 microns, so you can keep titrating, and you can see the big bleb which was causing this Dellen formation and all the other troubles is decreased. Same with here, it's a large bleb. The moment you do the painting, it decreases. Same the spots over here. And this was an interesting case which was spreading inferiorly and superiorly all over. And then we did the painting, and then we did all these laser spots that you see. And this was a patient who was having post-operative hypotony, macular folds and everything, and done somewhere else. Luckily, it could have been us also. But so we tried this stuff. It did not work, and it did not decrease. So what we thought was that we actually did a small puncture with a YAG, and once the fluid drained out from there, this thing got stretched nicely, and you can see this is the post-operative thing. The vision from 6:12 improved to 6:6. So one can, obviously you can do the entire thing by surgical technique also, but if we can do it by a laser technique, nothing like it, because the patient doesn't want to go in again in the OT, that's for sure. And nothing great over there. It's just that simple thing. That is what we are trying to do. We have just painted the area with gentian violet, and then you take, this is almost a 500 micron spot size, and keep putting it like as if you are doing a PRP in this area. So put all the spots over here, and it will ultimately fibrose. So definitely it doesn't work all the time, but it does work sometimes, and even when it works sometimes, it is worth it. And this was another case, and you can see the amount of massive choroidals and hypotony that it had got. And once this technique was followed, look at this beautiful settling down with the lasers. And this was that patient with the diffuse this thing, the last patient, the same patient that I am showing you. And once we did it from either side, this is how it improved. Obviously, in many of these cases, we can do compression sutures also. And the only trick is that the Kirti has already shown you, so I'll not go into those things. But sometimes it's a little tricky to have these sutures lying over there, and they can, as she told you, can be a nidus of infection also. But this is a very good technique that at least it's nothing great or difficult to do, as she had shown you. And rightly it has to be a 10-0, but they scar over time and the bleb may actually reduce. I think I'll skip over that. Thank you very much.